Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. Do you know how long of a swim it is from Vietnam to see you people every day? Then I got to swim back. I'm exhausted, but I am sleeping good at night. Okay, we are in day 7 of our out of the office, which is me working on my MOCA Journal, my Missouri, California trip. And today we're going to work up with Van Gogh. So I took a couple of the pictures that I took and then a couple pictures that I found online, his autograph that I found online, and just, again, I'm making clusters. I have postcards that I bought at the Experience gift shop, which, it's like Disneyland. The tour ends in the gift shop. Disneyland came up with a great concept. You have to give them credit. So I'm taking the postcards. I have 3 of them, but one is horizontal. So I'm going to take one of them and back it, even though the horizontal one is going to be sideways, but that's okay. Because I've seen these pictures a couple times in my lifetime, and I have Van Gogh washi tape, as one does. And I'm putting them, and I know I have other Van Gogh washi tape, but for some reason, it's probably in a Van Gogh zipper pouch somewhere that I haven't found. Anyhow, this one will work. Starry Night washi tape works. So those are my tip-ins for today's spread. And if you've watched some of my other out of the office journal plays while I'm in Vietnam, but they're all the same thing. They're all of this trip, and I'm trying to do my journal of my travel journal of the trip while I'm in Vietnam. So then when I come back, I can start writing on Vietnam and not be behind. Look at me being an adult about the whole thing. I will say this experience, this is the Van Gogh immersion experience that my sister and I saw in Sacramento, was so awesome. If it comes near you, go to it. It probably has come to Charlotte or will be coming to Charlotte. There's a couple of them floating around depending on the venues. This is a very small one because this is at a very small warehouse in Sacramento. It probably took us about an hour and a half to go through. I know I have watercolor stickers in this little pouch, and I could have sworn there were some Van Gogh ones in here. Gertie, I know I have Van Gogh painting stickers, but I think these are Monet. But it's watercolor and it's beautiful, and it is matching the color scheme, so it's going to stay. But I'm doing the exact same spread that I've been doing. I'm making tiny clusters that are kind of flowing around on these pages, and then I'm going to journal in and around on the blank spots. No rocket science to this. No architectural elements that have to be folded or built or constructed or anything. The most architecture I'm doing is tip-ins on the sides. I did see some paintings that I really haven't seen before. Now, I've been to Amsterdam, but I did not go into the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. I was in line, but the line was 2.5 hours long, and I only had an afternoon. So I skipped the show, and I went to the gift shop, which is separate and huge, and then I walked home. When I say home, I walked back to our boat, which was a Viking River cruise boat, from the gift shop, which probably was close to 2 miles, and I immersed myself in the city. And so I probably would have seen these paintings in Amsterdam, is what I'm trying to get at. But I've never seen a skull painting, and I've never seen this roots painting, which is on the bottom on the left-hand side. I have never seen those paintings. If I have, I cannot remember. That's a good thing about having premature Alzheimer's, which I really don't, but sometimes you got to wonder. I experience new things all the time. I did not know Van Gogh was colorblind. Did I know that? I don't think I did. Anyhow, this was a great time, and I'm getting all of my clusters in and amongst everything, and they had some 3D elements there. I think I've already talked about the 3D elements. They were awesome. If I haven't, you'll have to go back and look on other videos. They were awesome. The whole thing is very well done. We did not do the what do you call it when you go in? You're wearing the goggles and you're in the thing. I can't stop. It's not stop motion. Anyhow, that was going to give us both heavy, bad vertigo, and then we'd be sick the rest of the day. So we did not do that. And they say a lot of people, about half of the people skip it because they know that's going to happen. So this is me making my clusters of Van Gogh and having a ball, having a ball. Um, Thinking about my time back in Amsterdam, thinking about my time back in Sacramento, where this is where I saw this installation. Thinking about loving the cluster situation going on here, thinking about, gosh, those colors, blue and yellow and green. I love those colors together. And wasn't he a genius for using those colors and using those strokes? And he did a lot of the same color patterns because he was colorblind. And he knew these colors worked. And so he repeated those a lot. He only sold one painting in his lifetime. His ex sister-in-law or his widowed sister-in-law, something, a sister-in-law of some sort, was the one that started selling his paintings. So, wow. He traded a lot for a painting for alcohol or a painting for canvas, or, he bartered a lot. And those guys did a lot in those days. Gauguin and him did a lot of stuff back and forth. You can see me moving things around a little bit, but that's okay. Anyhow, what an interesting life, tortured life. He was only 37 when he died, 30 something. Tortured life, and if you know the history of Van Gogh, you know he had lots of problems. Anyhow, so it was just sitting here working with this, not putting a huge amount of thought into the placement, not having to putting that pressure on myself to construct something amazing, which I have kind of given that credit to Allie Edwards for teaching us that, because she really has backed off. And a lot of her design team, granted, I don't have a design team, and so her design team does a lot of the extra thinking and the extra detailed spreads and things in all of their projects. But she is really concentrating on, it seems to be in the moment, making everything simple, doing it simple, doing it simple. So I'm doing this simple. I want to get this done before I go to Vietnam. These trips are a month apart, and I want to have this all done in the memory banks, in the video banks, in everything else, and have it all done before I head out to Vietnam. And perhaps then my brain won't be as scattered when I go to do the Vietnam trip. We'll see. It may not work. But anyhow, it's time to swim back to Vietnam. You guys, you're exhausting me. So I skipped a couple days, but I'll get back to them. I just couldn't wait to do this one. So, yep. Phew. I'm getting ready to do the backstroke back to Vietnam. Thanks for watching, as always, and I will see you all tomorrow back in this journal. Have a great day.